Well, Tyree Davis-Price is a young man we've been covering for a long time at Southern Lad, and then, of course, at LSU. Tyree, a happy New Year. Great to see you.
Same to you, man. Same to you.
Well, let's hit it right off the bat here. You've got some news that you want to share with the Tiger Nation.
Yeah, man. I won't be playing the bowl game. I'll be foregoing my senior season. I'm gonna miss y'all, man, but it's a decision that I had to make for my family. I thought it was the best decision. I prayed to God about it, and He always leads me in the right direction. So, yeah.
So Tyree won't be playing in the Texas Bowl and foregoing your senior season. You're a running back. Obviously, everyone who's playing football for the most part is getting hit and wear and tear on the body, but especially the running back position. Is that one of the things that played into the decision? What played into the decision for you?
Most definitely. And yeah, man. Since I've been young, man, I've been wanting to play in the NFL. So, and I always said the first chance that I got, I was gonna take it. So that's what I'm doing, man. And like you say, running backs, the wear and tear on our bodies is pretty bad. So you got to go in there and get as much as you can, man, and have fun.
I haven't done the homework or anything yet, and I'm not even sure what the predictions would be. But have you heard from anybody where you might go in the draft or any of that stuff? Projections?
Man, I've been hearing, a few things, but man, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, you could, whatever the projection is, you could change it a lot between now and then, right?
Most definitely. Yeah. That comes with training on the combine and pro day. Yes, sir.
Did you go to those LSU pro days over the years?
Yeah, every last one of them I went to since I've been there. Yeah, it was something else to see all the coaches out there, and I remember I think Jacoby Stevens, like everybody was shocked. I think he jumped like a 41. It was something crazy, but it was good to be there, man, just to see that process.
Yeah. Well, I can remember like a Deion Jones or somebody like that, really impressing people, the 40-yard dash that people weren't expecting, or those kind of things that can bump you up the ladder. So,
right.
Was it a hard decision for you? Did you lose any sleep over it? Did you spend a lot of time thinking about it, or was it easy for you?
I did pray about it. I constantly prayed about it. It was a hard decision, leaving college, just now getting my degree right now, I'm going to come back and get my degree most definitely, just prayed about it, man. And I didn't really lose any sleep about it. I just left it up to God, and he left me with that decision.
Well, Tyron, let's talk about this past year. I mean, it had to be the ultimate definition of up and down for you, right? I mean, on one hand, you break an LSU record, and all the years of LSU playing football, all the running backs that have played at LSU, from your running backs coach Kevin Falk to a Leonard Fournette on down the line, no one's run for 287 yards in a game before. Let's start there. What was that day like for you?
That was crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea I was gonna do that day, man. I remember just praying to God, man, like I always do before every game, man. I always pray to God for my protection, most importantly, just protect me, and that just protect me and for my vision, but I'm gonna take care of everything else because I worked for it, I worked hard, I know what I put in to work for, I know what He allowed me to do. So I just always pray to Him for protection, it's my main thing. And I just saw how the game was going, and I'm like, it's going crazy. And I remember being on the sideline. I think I was talking to like K-Sean and a few of the other running backs, and just talking about the record. It was like saying how far away I was from it. I wasn't really paying it no mind, but I'm like, man, I just want to win, Like I think I was at like 200 something already. I'm like, man, that's crazy. But I had no idea I was going to do that, man. Until after the game, they told me. I didn't think I had it until after the game. They told me. I mean, I heard it. And, man, it was something else, man. I'm not going to lie. It was. It was all God, though, man. I'm not going to lie to you. It really was.
Did you hear on the sideline, or was it in the locker room that, hey, you got
Nah, they announced it. They announced it in the stadium, like the announcers announced it.
That's right. Dan Barnett came out and said it on the PA there. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I guess that's one of those things. If you think about breaking a record, or I'm going to try to do this, it never happens, right? It's got to happen in the flow of the game and what's happening out there.
Right, for real.
Yeah. Another thing I remember about that day is that the two Southern Lab guys that I covered in high school played such a big role. It was you and then Damone Clark, kind of like a baseball outfielder running out there. He caught the last interception over his shoulders there
Yeah.
to wrap it up.
Yeah, man. Damon's a great player, man. Me and Damone been playing with each other, just competing against each other though. Since we were like 6, 7 years old, like on every team, man. And like competing every day, man. He's probably like the hardest person I've competed against. And I'm not gonna lie, like he got me better, over the years. He really have. And I appreciate him for that, man. And God's been blessing him. He's gonna continue to do that. He's a great guy, man. He really is.
Was there a time in practice when you got the ball and you two guys collided?
A few times, a few times. I'm not gonna lie. A few times we got it. We got each other pretty good, But it's always love, But like when we out there on the field, man, I'm not gonna lie. Like was out there on the field, it's like it's either you or me out there. But I mean, it's all love and get back in the locker room. But it's serious when we on the field practice. Yeah.
Well, one last thing before we move on, but just the improvement he made this year from 2020. I mean, you were on the team with him a year ago. You had to hear about the criticism he was taking and whatnot for being out of position and not making some of the tackles. With Blake Baker coaching him this year, he just made worlds of improvement.
Right. I mean, I wasn't surprised at all, man. Like I said, like I've been competing with Damon like all my life, so like I knew what he was capable of doing, and I saw the hard work he was putting in, man. He really did put in the work, like he always does, but he really put the work in this past summer, man, and it showed.
What was it like for you, Tyree, and just to go through the strain of this year? It was I mean, right off the bat, the Rose Bowl against UCLA that didn't go your guys go LSU's way, and your coach is fired during the year. It just seemed like it was really chaotic and tough out there this year.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, it could be like it's gonna be like that for anyone, man. But like we just as like a team, man, we just said that we're just gonna stick together, no matter what, and then we're just gonna like ride it out, man. Take it one day at a time, bust our tails in practice. What we did, we didn't make excuses. We came to practice every day, no matter what everyone was saying about us. We came to practice, man. We came to work. Especially the offensive linemen, man. They really did. They came with it every day, man. Like no matter what was going on, injured, whatever was going on, they fought through it. And like I say, I never forget those guys. Like hats off to them for like allowing me to do what I did this year. Like they really did, man. But like you said, like it was tough, but we overcame it. I feel, we really did. But like you
Yeah.
said, we said that we were going to do, and that's what we did.
The offensive line, how much improvement did you see out of those guys under Brad Davis, who's going to be the interim head coach for the bowl game for LSU?
I think everybody saw the improve. I think everybody saw it. Coach Brad's a great coach. He came in and did a great job with those guys. And like you say, you see he's still on staff, so he must did something right.
Yeah. I know you're not playing the bowl game, but you've been around that building a little bit, right? So what have you
Right.
seen out of Coach Davis and the guys?
Man, Coach Davis is really excited to start his new journey. Just have last time I had a conversation with him, let him know that I wasn't gonna be playing in the game. But he was really excited about it. He had nothing but great things to say about Coach Kelly, and he said he liked how it looked for the future.
Tyron, did you ever have a conversation with Brian Kelly, the new head coach? Did you guys kind of talk about your decision or what was the future or any of that?
Yeah, we had a brief conversation. I want to talk to him. I just wanted to introduce myself to him, just to introduce myself. But that was, we talked for a minute, but that was it.
So next year, we're hoping John Emery gets everything straight, and you got Corey Kiner, I guess, in the mix as well. What do you think about the running backs who are going to be coming back next year?
Man, I think I'm gonna be best in the country, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like you said, with John coming back, Cora, Josh, Armani, Corn, even Nick, man, it's gonna be something else, man. I'm not gonna lie. Because I know the work that those guys put in. They put the work in, man. Y'all gonna see this year. Y'all gonna see this year coming up. I'm not gonna lie.
And the transfer portal too. Tyron, has made the game like the NFL, where it's like, well, let's go out and get a guy, right? Do you guys, how has the game changed in that regard? Like players, y'all talk about that. Hey, they could go get somebody in the transfer portal, or obviously guys enter the transfer portal. How's that changed the game since you started playing?
Man, I mean, I feel like it probably like hurts like high school recruiting more than anything. But I mean, like we don't talk about it too much. Like we don't worry about that, bro. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like when you come, you go, man. We don't really worry about that too much. We just play.
Yeah. When you come to LSU, there's an expectation, and
Right, like that. So when you come here, like, like you already know what time it is. So like, take care, handle your business.
Uh, you talked about wearing number 3 and how important that was because of that was Kevin Falk's number. There's always been a lot of conversation about whether or not LSU should retire that number. He's still LSU's all-time leading rusher. He played 4 years for the Tigers. If you can, just share your thoughts about him and the fact that he's not being retained by the current staff.
Yeah, man. I didn't know that was gonna happen like that, man. But Coach Falk, he's a great coach, man. But like, you can go on and on and on about that. But man, like if you ever met him like personally, anyone met him personally, they'll tell you that he's an even better person, man. He's a great man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, always putting everybody else first, but you could tell, God has blessed him, and it's sorry, like it hurt me what happened to his daughter, because I was pretty close with her, it was my friend too, and he's a strong man, one of the strongest men I ever met in my life, just to be able to come back like that fast, but like football, he loves football, I'm not gonna lie, he loves football to death, like that's what keeps him going, he needs football, but that was, like, I was sad to hear that, but he's a great coach, man, great man. I learned a lot from him, I'm not gonna lie, I learned a lot from him.
Yeah. Well, I've got absolutely zero say on anything that goes on with LSU, but if I would keep him around in some capacity, even if he wasn't the running backs coach, I would keep him in that building. I think that LSU's a better place if Kevin Falk's a part of it. But
Yeah, but I know he wants to coach.
Yeah.
He wants-
No, well said. We'll see what happens with Kevin there. And John Emery, real quick. We hadn't talked to him in a long time. Looks like hopefully he'll come back and play another year for LSU.
yeah, he's gonna be ready to go. Yeah.
Okay. He's kept his head up. He's been positive through all this,
Yeah,
you think?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, he really has. Yes, sir.
Good deal. Well, let's go back in time a little bit. 2019, you're a freshman on that team. Uh, looking back on it now, now that you're removed from it, I mean, back then you're in it every day, day to day, running, lifting, the games, practices. Looking back on it now that you were a big part of that, how's that feel?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm just blessed to be a part of that, like that was something special, like I can't even explain it, man. You just have to like be there. You had to be at the practices. You had to be at the games. You had to be, it was just something else, man. That whole year was just fun. We had fun that whole year. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun, man. We just had fun.
You
We just
scored
had
six.
fun.
I'm sorry. You scored 6 touchdowns on that team, and I guess the most famous touchdown of your career is going to go down as that Florida run in 2019. Huh?
Oh yeah, that was fun. I'm not gonna lie, that was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun. Crowd went crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say, I mean, I've been in that stadium many times and seen a lot of magical nights in there, but Tiger Stadium was on 100 that night for that Florida game. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Mhm. It was.
What I remember you talked about that run, didn't the running backs coach tell you something along the lines of this is your moment, get out there and do it, or something like that?
My freshman year?
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, you
Yep.
talking about Coach T-Rob?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach T-Rob, he believed in me since day one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Coach T-Rob believed in me since day one. He's a good coach too. He really is. Another great man, But yeah, that was a fun year. It really was. Um, like I remember like the previous play, like the defender, he was just saying something to me, I was just like saying, all right, like, okay, I'm gonna show you. And I remember I just broke it on that play, and it just was up from there. I'm not gonna lie, it was crazy. It was.
There were so many special people on that team, but obviously it starts with the Heisman Trophy winner and Joe Burrow. Being in the huddle with that guy, being around him every day. What do you remember?
Man, he's a legend, man. I just remember like everyone's listening to him always, when he's talking, people players are looking at him like he's the coach, he has a lot of respect around there, we respecting him. He was our leader. He did a great job. He won the Heisman, y'all know everything about him.
Yeah,
Enough
not much.
said. Enough
Not much you
said.
can add already, huh? And at running back, a guy we covered just like you in high school, in Clyde, who had his moments in his first 3 years, but nothing like he did in that, or first 2 years, I guess I should say, and then nothing like he did in that last year. What was it like to be around him? What did you learn from him?
Man, I learned a lot from him, patience, just like life talks with him, I grew up playing against Clyde. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, we used to always play against each other. He played with the Hornets. I was the Jaguars, but um, just just like life lessons a lot, Clyde's been through a lot. He's another strong guy. He has a lot of heart. He works hard. Just the dude's a great dude. Guys bless him right now. I think he's having a good career so far. Since he's been in the league, and I'm excited for what's happening for him right now.
Awesome.
He deserves it.
A few more things with the great Tyrone Davis-Price, Southern Lab alum, 2,500 yards in senior year rushing at Southern
Yeah.
Lab. It's a lot of yards, man. It's 250 a game, basically.
Yeah, it was a lot of yards, man. I don't know how I did that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I say, high school was easy. It was fun, it was fun. High school was fun. I miss it sometimes. I really do.
Yeah, your old teammate Cordell. I know he's been fighting and working as hard as he can to get on the
I'm
field.
proud of him. Proud of him, man. Last time I was out there, last couple of weeks I was out there, like the last 2 weeks, he really was putting the work in. I saw like not just me, man, everyone, you could talk to anyone, dude really like he's really like changed, bro. Like, he's really like he got healthy, you can tell he's healthy now. And you can tell he wants it, he's putting the work in.
Yeah. Well, that's the kind of story right there. For example, if next year he hopefully starts and has a great time and plays and wins games, that's the anti-transfer portal story right there.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I know his parents, love him a lot and been supportive. A lot of people supportive. I'd like to see him do well, and it's good to see he's finally getting some playing time this year and everything coming together for him. And then so many other people you played with too. I mean, do you watch NFL games and see Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson and be like, man, I was, in the same huddle with those guys too?
Yeah, man. Like what they're doing in the NFL is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like both of them, but I'm not surprised. Saw it here, saw it at practice every day, so I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah.
When
Well,
you
good
go to
deal, man.
LSU, when you go
What's
to
that?
LSU, when you go to LSU, you should perform like that on Sundays. LSU prepares you to do that.
Well, I know Coach O always talked about the LSU standard of performance, and sometimes it was harder to live up to than others, but certainly there was a big stretch there where you guys did live up
Yeah.
to it, and that's a kind of thing I've talked to with a couple of players where sometimes people say, oh well, I say fans, there's some people on social media that don't even have a picture next to their face, they're just out there just causing trouble, but there's nothing that those people can tell you that probably you guys don't tell each other, or whatever pressure you put on yourself to perform, I would imagine.
Right.
Yeah. That's it. That's the LSU standard performance. Well, Tyrone, anything else you want to add before we let you go?
Man, I just want to say, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all the best fans ever, man. And go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Tyrone Davis-Price. I guess we'll be seeing you Well, where, before we let you go, where will you be? Have you decided where you're training, and what's your calendar look like?
Yeah, I'll be training in Dallas at MJP.
Got you. Are there things you want to do? Do you want to lose weight, gain speed, strength? What's the goal between now and the draft?
Oh man, just to get in the best shape possible, man, and perform the best way I can.
Okay. Well, I talked to Blake Baker. I think I mentioned to you, it said Damone was eating like grilled chicken and zucchini every day, and his body fat was like 11%. We know Damone's never had a physical problem.
Everyone should be eating good right now. Everyone should be eating healthy right now.
Good deal. All right. Well, look, I really appreciate you giving us this interview and sharing the news, and we wish you nothing but the best. And we'll be talking to you a lot between now and the NFL draft.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all, man.